Hello and welcome to Battlefront News. Unfortunately I only have one story for you today as news has slackened off a little after E3, and that is actually about the Xbox One's cloud system. We start off with an article on VG 24/7. Xbox One engineering manager Jeff Henshaw has said that the processing power of a new console is literally limitless. He says that the Xbox One has the computational power of more than 10 Xbox 360 consoles. He also says that the cloud brings infinite additional processing power. He then goes on to say that Microsoft has hundreds of thousands of servers and dozens of data centers geographically distributed all around the planet, and that the Xbox One has the ability to instantly tap into that limitless computational horsepower. He says that because of its ability to draw on virtualized cloud computing resources, the Xbox One can process tasks without even breaking a sweat that would cause any other device to melt a hole in the ground. Now here's the important part. He goes to say that game developers can now create persistent worlds that encompass tens or hundreds of thousands of players without taxing any individual console, and those worlds that they built can be lusher and more vibrant than ever before because the cloud persists and is always there, always computing. He also states that the world can live on between game sessions, with changes happening to the world whilst the player is not signed in, as the world is hosted on the cloud. This is very important news, guys. This is showing the importance of the cloud. If the cloud can bring in infinite additional processing power, and it means that the console doesn't even break a sweat, then that is huge news for Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront has always been a game which has strived to be bigger, more players, more bots, more explosions, more vehicles. The cloud is something that can provide the infrastructure for a game like that. We also know that Star Wars Battlefront is going to have some form of cloud integration, as the supporting studio of Star Wars Battlefront's development, DICE Los Angeles, posted a job listing for a senior systems and cloud engineer. Now we all saw the alpha gameplay of Star Wars Battlefront 3 released in 2008 by 3 Radical just before they were dissolved. The alpha showed a starfighter taking off on Coruscant in a crowded city filled with ships and proceeding seamlessly from ground combat to space combat in one single flight action. There was no loading screen and there was still a battle going on. It was all in real time. That was done on an Xbox 360. Now, the Xbox One has the computational power of 10 Xbox 360s, so imagine the huge increase in the quality, in the emphasis on detail, in the size of the maps and the number of bots that you can have, in the possible number of players that can be added into the game. It is huge, 10 times of everything. Perhaps not exactly 10 times, but you could definitely make a massive improvement on that alpha. Furthermore, the cloud offers, and I quote from Jeff Henshaw here, infinite additional processing power. This means that Star Wars Battlefront literally could be infinite in how far and how big it could go. As they are hiring a cloud engineer, perhaps they're going to implement this system so they can make the game bigger, more players, more bots, perhaps some form of interactive campaign that the entire community can get involved in. It would be incredible. Now imagine that the bots not visible in your view distance were being handled by the cloud, and that the map was so big that your view distance only encompassed perhaps 5%. That puts into perspective just how big Star Wars Battlefront could get, as players would sign into a server which would handle the math and computational requirements to manage so many bots, and them signing into the server would not tax their console. The only work their console has to do is the rendering of the bots and of the map. The rest of the computational work can be done server-side on the cloud. This means that Star Wars Battlefront could get bigger. There could be more vehicles on screen, there could be more bots on screen, and as Jeff Henshaw said here, game developers can now create persistent worlds that encompass tens or hundreds of thousands of players. Imagine a Star Wars Battlefront which was rid of bots. There were no more derpy bots walking about on screen. Although that would be kind of sad to see bots go, it might be a good thing given that the modern shooter is very fast paced. And imagine a Star Wars Battlefront where there were literally hundreds of thousands of players on screen at any given time. That's definitely food for thought. If Star Wars Battlefront takes this path, means as they are hiring a cloud engineer, it could completely change the way it's played. That's all the news for today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next update.